Good evening, everyone. Very happy Monday to you as we are now nearing the end of this entire tournament. We are now ready to get in to our first semi-finals of the entire tournament, and it is for LATAM. So the final play day, and let's find out who's going to go to LAN. James, we're ready to go. We're here, we're now. Let's see the bracket.
Yeah, let's have a look at the bracket and see how things have played out across the tournament. It's been a long one. Lots of best of threes to be played. It's been 16 teams, but only 4 of them remain. And 2 of them will be going to the LAN, as you said. Then we're going to have Team Liquid versus INTZ in the upper final. And in the lower final, we're going to have MIBR versus Black Dragons. So all Pro League teams right now in MIBR survived their relegations match as well.
They did, the only team, and I think it was expected from them. If we seen MIBR fall into Challenger League, it would have been like the equivalent of whenever Secret they fell out. A massive organization, a massive team who had some really great LAN appearances, and then just fell apart in a new meta. So, to be fair for MIBR, that win against Team 1 really set them apart from, I feel, anybody else. I think that was probably the best team that we've actually shown put up a performance, because overall, that Coastline was the best map, I think, that any Brazil team could have asked for.
Yeah, absolute clean 7-0 from them. Really, really impressive stuff. In fact, going into that matchup, a lot of us were saying, really, that Team 1, on paper, should be winning that one, but MIBR, in the last couple of days, have really, really shown up for themselves. So they've won against Team 1, they won their relegations match, and now they're going to go against Black Dragons in our second match. But first of all, we're going to have Team Liquid versus INTZ. The winner of this match will go to LAN in December, so a very, very big match. But of course, if you win that LAN, you go straight to the Invitational.
Exactly, that's the big thing everybody's playing for, is that invite spot. And personally for me, James, as we look towards our first matchup, Liquid versus INTZ, I think Liquid may as well get the suitcases packed.
Really? Yep. Well, see, I would think so as well, but someone on Reddit told me that he thinks that Liquid will lose because his heart told him that. So,
you're wrong.
Well, we'll see who's wrong and who's right, and let's have a look at the map bans and see exactly where we'll be heading to tonight for our very first matchup, INTZ versus Team Liquid. So, these teams have played against each other in Pro League.
Indeed.
There was a draw and a win. 2 very, very, very close matchups, though. We'll see Liquid ban out Border, we'll see INTZ ban out Clubhouse. Clubhouse, I didn't think they were going to ban, honestly. That was a draw, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was a 6-6 draw on Clubhouse way back and played in number 3 for LATAM. And then also the last time that they played was on Coastline for the final day of Pro League. So I wonder if that could be an option. Honestly, knowing Liquid, I feel as if they might just first pick Coastline. I think Bank is also going to make an appearance. Both of these teams will not shy away from that map specifically, but that's just LATAM in general. If I'm going to hedge my bets, I'm saying Coastline, Bank, and potentially like a Cafe. I don't think we'll see Villa or Consulate. Well, I don't think INTZ will give Liquid Consulate.
We've seen Liquid lose on Cafe before to FaZe.
They pick Consulate.
It is FaZe, but
they're
Consulate
crazy.
Pick.
They're crazy.
Brave, indeed, from INTZ. And we'll see a Coastline pick come out from Liquid. I don't think that is surprising at all. Coastline definitely one of Liquid's best maps. We did see it played pretty similar to how Liquid play it during the NA play day between EG and Obey, with a very heavy kind of like line pushing going on.
We've seen a lot of Bank just across all regions, and I think that's just generally because Bank isn't really seen best of ones. It's nearly kept for, best of threes, and whenever there isn't that many opportunities for a lot of teams to kind of play best of threes, this is why we start to see them start to come out.
I've got a theory about this, and I think you're right, like, it doesn't really tend to come out in best of ones, but I think in LATAM specifically, it comes out in best of threes because it's a map that everyone's fine with, but no one wants to pick immediately. So it often ends up as a decider. It's looking like it might be the decider here, as Liquid will ban out Villa. Oh, it's going to be between Cafe and Bank, but no, INTZ will actually ban out Bank, and they'll take Liquid to Cafe. I think that's actually decent for INTZ, because I don't think Liquid are too good on Cafe. I looked over their FaZe game, and while it was close, Liquid were really struggling during that game.
Well, Bank performances for Liquid so far in this tournament, 2 7-1s each time. So I suppose that makes a statement for it. Still, I think Coastline was like the big thing that we kind of expected there. Just straight away being picked up by Liquid. You look in towards the first map, Consulate, that's a big risk by INTZ. I feel if they don't turn up and they don't win that first map and just come out just gunning for Liquid, it's going to be a 2-0.
Yeah, they really do have to.
I don't see Coastline being dropped by Liquid one bit.
Yeah, I am definitely going to agree with you. But we're going to get into our first map. It is going to be Consulate. It is going to be Team Liquid versus INTZ. Winner goes to LAN. Good luck, have fun to both teams. We'll see Liquid with the first ban. It'll be Jackal. Teams really hate Jackal recently.
Well, I mean, he gives a lot. He does a lot of great things. He has that capability of assisting with roamers, one of very few operators who can do that. He provides some soft destruction, has the sidearm shotgun, provides smokes as well, which we know is a big thing that a lot of teams like to have for their executions to cover off different sight lines. And, well, the C7E, one of the best assault rifles you can get.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely bringing a lot to the table. Especially on a map like Consulate, if Liquid do want to play this very aggressively, then look, the Jackal band's definitely going to bring a lot to the board there. Echo and Maestro band off the board. Kind of interesting. I suppose it just makes sense not to take the Mirror off the board because she's not that powerful, but I feel like if Liquid are banning Maestro here, they have something else in mind in terms of Mirror usage. So, we'll get into round number 1. It's going to be Consulate here as our very first map. And as we said, Ints really need a win here to bring in this series. I think, honestly, if this went to Cafe, Ints could take it.
You look at the bans on the defense side, and for Liquid, they never ban Mira. They never go for it. They always either leave it open, or they force the other team to go for it. So it's either effective that they do have some Mira strategies, which we know they can kind of excel in that, but probably more or less, they don't really care about a Mira window to begin with.
Yeah, no, that is
it's very rare. They're like one of the only teams who very rarely we see a Mirror ban from.
So, a couple of very interesting picks here. We'll see both of the new operators being brought here. It's going to be Nook and Warden both making an appearance. Have we had that before? Where both of them make an appearance? Because they're very, very rare
Not in the
picks.
same round, I've never seen it. Only just the one or the other. I'm very interested in why they go with the Warden pick whenever Capitao and Jackal are both banned. Those are the main operators that we see being chosen for smoke usage. Nobody else there from the lineup of INTZ can bring smokes. That's a really weird one for me. What, you're going to do it for a flashbang? Highly doubt that. Ying isn't in the meta, neither is Blitz. Curious.
I think what he's done here is he's brought it for the shield and shotgun combo, mainly. I mean, you might
want
to say...
There's other operators who can do that.
Not with the SAS shotgun.
Smoke can bring shield and a shotgun.
We already have a smoke on the board.
So I don't really get that whatsoever. It's just a pick that literally brings nothing to the table.
Yeah, I'm always very interested because, you know, obviously it's Liquid, right? Obviously they have a feeling behind this. Like, they're not just like randomly just trolling or anything like that. There is strategy behind this pick. I'm beginning to think that Sexy Cake does really like the SMG-12.
Let's just see how he plays it. Yeah, let's not read into it too much until we actually have a look and see how he kind of positions himself and just everything around it. Do so though, the Nook, which is pretty standard. It's pretty simple to know what she's going to do, and that is solo push, crouch walk in. I actually do like it for the Visa though, because this is like a main highway rush, and all it takes is for somebody sitting in the camera and see exactly somebody come in. So this can actually work really well, but I'd imagine he's going to get traded off even if he does get one kill. Risky one to go for, but hey, in the first round you need to make a play, and they're doing it right now. That's Sexy Cake gone, and well, that Warden who was brought literally does nothing.
Wow, this is a great start for Int, already finding 2 picks up on the board. We do, of course, still have this really heavy downstairs presence coming out from both Nesk and Paolo. But it's going to be Moringa alone in sight, and this is looking really good for Int right now because they could tank both of these C4s and they'd still be at that advantage. And yeah, things are looking really, really good there, joining out the site more and seeing what they can do. But some early picks from Int and absolutely no trades coming out from Liquid. This is looking beautiful as we get just about halfway into the round. Drunks, again, going to be moving up to that Visa stairs and seeing what he can do on the site. But again, still only Moringa available. And if they can kill Moringa, I feel like they very easily take the round.
It's very sad to see a Jaeger get killed by a nade. It's always a bit of irony there, but still, for Liquid, they have semi-control of the site. Moringa playing that long angle in towards bathroom. Generally, we see an ACOG being positioned here, like a Doc or a Rook. Maestro as well, but he is banned in this map. Just Liquid now, just wait and see for an opening. Still, Ness has that C4, he can deny, so there is pullback potential. All it takes is 2 kills, two quick kills, and that's Liquid right back into the fight. Oh, the peek comes in, and well, that Nook is putting in a massive shift right now, and the remaining 2 defenders, they're not even in the bomb site. One on Spiral, one downstairs in the lobby, and Nesk is going to try and go for the C4 kill.
There is going to be a team kill, however, coming out. Duds is going to pick one off the board. Paolo looking onto the bottom yellow to see if there's anything going on here, but that's going to distract him, and there's no C4 now available. There is one from Nesk, however, to try and deny the plant, but Ints have complete control of site. They're going to plant just in a normal position right now. What is going on? Why are we not plant on the table? That's a huge mistake. Duds goes down to Nesk. That's the plant denied, and there's still another C4 down below. Paolo does find one onto Vitz. And now it's a 2v2. Definitely Plant now could come through from below. Hopefully Drunks decides to plant on a table this time. He's moving all the way through into the other side instead, but Nesk is just going to be able to ping it out very, very easily of where this plant is going to be coming down. C4 does go out from Paolo, and that's going to be Drunks off the board. Beautiful pick coming out from him. And VNX is going to pick up the diffuser, but no time, and Liquid will take the round. What a throw from Inns.
How do you throw a 2v5 pretty much? How do you pull that off then? INTZ, yeah, you just need to completely reset and now pretend it's 0-0, and you want to forget that round ever happened, because that was, in better terms, horrific. I thought Halloween was over, James, but clearly INTZ still living in the past.
I just can't understand why you wouldn't plant on the table. It felt like Ints had no idea what Liquid's intentions were there, although, to be fair, right, they droned out the whole site, they knew it was all clear, they got that TK, which was, you know, unfortunate, but he's going to go down anyway, and yeah, I just can't understand why Inns wouldn't plant on the table. That was a complete throw from them.
Not even that. They had 5 people there, and nobody thought, hold on a minute, maybe they're below with some C4s. Nobody thought of that for some reason?
We had a guy who went to yellow, and he seemed to be very aware that there were people down there, but
they're an A bomb, though. They can drop down the hatch.
Yeah.
It's basic stuff. If you know nobody's in the site and there's still 2 more roamers, what have we not checked, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't checked Piano yet. Oh, look, they had a Pulse and they had a Mozzie. Guess what they're gonna do?
Yeah, they didn't put anyone Piano windows either, which is normally where your planted out spot is going to be coming through. So, yeah, Ints are going to be kicking themselves after that one. We are going to see Liquid, however, taking the first round, and we'll see them go downstairs instead, but with a pretty heavy upstairs hold coming out, of course, from them. We'll see the Alibi making an appearance, and also PSV bringing the, yeah. I think, you know, we'll see the Mirror make an appearance when we go all the way to the basement. Oh, no, sorry, when we go to, like, to lobby press room.
I would say that Mirror is definitely a lot better in the garage, because that's like the main bit where she can put it inside of office and you can look straight towards the breach. You gain that visual information. There's no echo, there's no maestro.
It would be good, but I think with Liquid's intention here of the kind of strat of holding very, very heavily from the top floor and then progressively moving down, I don't think Mirror is good for this because of the operators you need to make this strategy work. So that's why I'm thinking it'll be a lobby press room Mirror, but if we do see a Mirror at all.
So Liquid, they do bring the Kaid, which is an interesting pickup. Generally we see his pick rate kind of surge whenever Thatcher bans come in, which has also been another common occurrence with some teams, but not in this matchup though. So perhaps that's going to be there to try and deny access to some of the hatch control that perhaps INTZ want to try and bring. But they're going to go for a straight room clear out, just going straight in, utilizing the buck that they have at their capability to open up above the triple wall in towards the meeting room, and I'm sure he's going to try and lob an aid. But still, though, INTZ trying to pressure in towards the bomb site. I like the fact that they're opening up the wall, because what's the point of having Boar like try and hunt if he just gets picked off? So I like the fact that he can open up the wall, do a bit of his job, and then actually try and come and help the rest of his team. So it's a good standpoint. Well, Neski's gone straight away. That's Drunks just playing off the skylight angle.
Yeah, but now Liquid are going to know that the Thatcher is now above, he's on the skylight, and he's not helping out this garage push whatsoever right now. So potentially they can do a bit more aggression here, but Liquid's still holding down aggressively upstairs and seeing what they can do. They still not managed to find any picks for themselves, but there is, as I say, Paolo finds one, but is into get it traded onto Sexy Cake. It's really all down to Paolo running now to hold down this upstairs area. He's going to get the down onto Duds, but not able to confirm the kill just yet. But this is a really good roam coming out from Liquid so far.
Wasted a massive amount of time. 2 minutes gone for INTZ. They have no real headway into the bomb site either. They're still looking for that Jaeger upstairs. It feels as if they may just get caught out now, just on the quick rotates I think Paulu can provide. And even he could go for the Hail Mary jump out, heck, if he wants to. But as long as they have Moringa alive, with all the toxic babes, has the shotgun to hold down yellow, nobody's getting past them. There's no way Liquid let this drop. And there's a quick push in from Paulu. That's the rotations that we mentioned that he can provide. And well, once again for INTZ, time has ate all of it away from them.
Yeah, this is looking horrific for Inns right now as Drunks tries to push down yellow, tries to get a kill, but instantly gets taken out up on the crossfire and the smoke for good measure as well. All down to Ball, but he can't make it happen as Liquid will have a dominating start to Consulate here. This is looking really bad for Inns because we need them, as you said, to come swinging out of the gate here. They need one of those core site wins. They need at least like a 3 wins on attack if they want to stand a chance of taking this map. I suppose the advantage here, though, is that this is INT's map pick, which means Liquid gets to choose to start the sides, but it also means that INTs get to choose OT sides, which honestly at this point I'm thinking is more important than anything else. So
you think we're gonna go OT?
I think we could.
You're
I
a
think
funny
we could.
guy.
We've seen
No,
INTs
there's no way.
who have lost 2 core site attacks, but if they can win this offsite twice, and then they can successfully defend all the core sites on their defense, like if they can just play the whole, this plays out like very default, I think we can very definitely go to OT. We will see the first Lion coming out, however, and making an appearance here. We'll see how that does go through. I like a Lion pick here, because I feel like Liquid want to play this whole map very aggressively. The fact that they went basement and did a very top floor hold just says to me they're going to play this whole map very aggressively.
Well, Lion gives you a little bit of hair on your chest, doesn't it? Gives you that little bit of thing to get you going, and certainly if there is a heavy roam game that already Liquid they've displayed, that could help them in the long run. I don't know if it's, you know, probably the best thing that they could have brought in. I would have liked to see a set of smokes for this bomb site specifically if they knew it was going to be here, because how many times have we seen teams take upstairs and all you do is smoke antechamber and plant a double door, and it's an easy win from that standpoint. So that would be the only thing that they're slacking in. But look at the Bash, Jackal's gone Capitao, the 2 main smoke operators. They're kind of limited for their options. Liquid, information from the Valkyrie, which is a bit of a shock that she's actually managed to make it through the ban phase, because she's like one of the bigger bans on Consulate especially, and even more curious, no IQ from INTZ. So if they knew that Valkyrie is like a big thing that Liquid take, which generally, yes it is, IQ would be like the obvious one, and this is by far Valkyrie's strongest map. You know, have you ever seen a dangerous run out that's pretty risky? It's on this map right here.
So, something that Ace loves to say about this. Yeah, very dangerous, but it is indeed useful. It's definitely one of those maps where Valkyrie has a big important role, but we'll see if things do go through. I really like the castle pick here from Liquid, actually, because he castled off the Visa door, which is normally like a good rush entry point. Like, if you can shut down that rush entirely, then I guess like Liquid can very easily force a top floor take here, which obviously they have all of their utility up there.
Most teams kind of castle off bench. They just leave that there and try and play in more towards like the bottom spiral. Yeah. Liquid, though, they've kind of did it back to front. They've castled off spiral and have played in towards bench. So they're a lot more riskier with their play.
But I kind of prefer this because of the hold that Liquid is doing, because they've invested a lot to that top floor, and ideally you don't want to come down yellow, because it's very easy to cut that cross off from piano windows. So, like, if you can come down spiral, then it's fine.
Love the Valkyrie camera to try and kill him. Imagine that hit damage. That's 5 damage right there, bro.
It does do damage. Oh, this is not looking good right now for INTs. They're slowing down quite a lot, but we do have a lot of control for windows of them, and they don't have any picks either way just yet. It's like Moringa's getting ready to jump out this balcony. However, I'm really hoping there's an air jab there.
There should be. That's why you bring the Nomad to stop these aggressive jump outs that, again, Valkyrie using the cameras can provide your team. Still, though, for Liquid, they're happy enough to sit back. INTZ, they're worrying about the time. Are they going to go for a piano swing-in? I think that's what they're going to go for. I don't know where their strategies came from, but a lot more teams have went for it. This is a much more common push than what you'd kind of expect.
It's not going to work so far as VNX does go down, but Drunks just managed to trade it out. Air jump is going to be detonating. Vitz picks up a freebie out of that one as well. 6 kid goes down, and Bull's going to start to plant, but Nest takes down Drunks in return, and this could be an easy retake coming out from Liquid, but it's a 3v3 now. And Diffuser is going to be successfully planted. PSK trying to make his way down benches as well. Goes for the very risky reload and impacts his way back into sight. They're not going to know he's there, but no, the drone sees him and gets taken down. Easy as that. Duds takes to take down PSK. And now we're in a 2v3. So onto Pilot and Nesk to try and retake this site successfully. This is not looking good at all, but they're going to know there is a lot of control for INTs right now, and they've got a lot of sight lines as well. But Pilot does win his gunfight, however, does get instantly traded out. Nesk is going to know where they are right now. They've got one outside the front door to deal with. This is going to be very difficult for him to deal with. The air jab has been detonated on the front door, however, that allows for a run out, but he misses the shots and goes down. And INTs take round number 3, and honestly, I think if they can just keep up the pace, I think they're absolutely fine. However, things are going to be pretty difficult on their defense because there is absolutely no Maestro and no Echo either. Like, and the fact that Mirror, we've talked about it already, isn't really that effective on this map, I think is going to really hurt the defense. I particularly like how Liquid are playing this because they've brought a lot of intel, right? They bring bulletproof cams on the Jaeger and sometimes on the dock as well, but they're also bringing like Valkyrie every round. I'm not sure about this Warden pick still, but we do see a Mirror on the board. I'm not going to be surprised if this gets 6th pick though.
Didn't do anything last time, that Warden. literally did nothing. Six picking onto that pulse again. Hopefully INTZ have read into that and realized, hold on a minute, guys. Last time we played this, we kind of threw it away because we didn't realize they had a pulse. Let's make sure that nobody's in piano, and then it should be an easy take from them. Last round for Liquid, they got caught out by the kind of newer strategy of taking in towards piano. I think that's down to no information actually being on the bomb site. They instead tried to use their Valkyrie cameras more for the outside coverage to give them that early information. But if they did have some form of information in the site, that push probably wouldn't have happened. Just little things, but hey, Liquid, they are trying to go for that aggressive game, and INTZ bringing the Lion to keep them at bay, and all the noise and everything. They had somebody in yellow. It worked well for them and did catch Liquid by surprise.
There was no barbed wire on Visa stairs last time, which I thought was quite peculiar.
I'm really shocked that INTZ are going to switch off the Lion now. Even though that really worked for them and helped them out quite a bit, switching off, it seems a bit weird, because that was like the only time they actually looked menacing, and it kind of held Liquid to not go for their aggressive plays. It's strange to see. Another thing as well to keep in mind for INTZ, if you look at Consulate, it is supposed to be defender-sided. I know that you brought up about, oh, but Echo and Meister isn't there. That could be a lot more tougher for them. Then there's still Valkyrie and Mira. There's another two really strong operators that you can play around with. And what do those two operators do? Just like Echo and Maestro, they give information. That's the whole point of these operators. You may be saying, oh, but there's no denial. Oh, Maestro can kill the planter. Echo can stop the diffuser. There's two C4s now you get with Mira and Valkyrie. That can also deny plants. Yeah,
very, very destructive map. Although we did see that that didn't really... Well, I mean, it should not have affected them, but unfortunately it ended up doing so and ended up losing them the round as well. But we'll have a look how things want to go down in this round. Liquid probably going to be a lot more aware of that early kind of take, but hopefully Ints are a lot more aware of the kind of vertical play coming out. As you said, we do have two C4s up on the board and a lot of intel coming out from Liquid, so they should have a good idea where this push is coming from. But no Nook this time coming out from Ints. However, we do see a Twitch on the board, which I thought was kind of interesting.
F2 for the gun, it makes a lot of sense. We've seen Brazilians favor the high rate of fire with the damage that you can kind of dish out. Sure, the gadget's there, which could have been helpful if the Mira was stuck by Liquid, but then they six-picked it, and whenever that is on the board, we do see teams kind of tend to try and eliminate Mira windows via using the shock drone. Very risky, though, and very rare we ever see that happen. INTZ, full admin take. Full admin, nothing else, so pretty much the exact same push they're trying to carry out, just like the first time they tried to attack it. But now I like this rotation. INTZ have realized last time we got caught out from the downstairs pressure. Let's send somebody over there to make sure they don't have that same freedom, because there is another two C4s lurking.
Yeah, like the exact same strategy really coming out from Liquid. They haven't brought the Mozzie this time, but they have brought the Valkyrie kind of replacement. I think this is kind of a better pick coming out from them.
It is.
So, well, we'll have a look how the rest of this does go down, but overall, that's a really nice Valkyrie camera coming out.
Is he gonna jump out? I would like to see Paulu jump out, because I highly doubt they've nomaded piano windows, and he did go for it, but does. One step ahead of the game. Punish him for that. Nade gets tossed in towards Connector, and there's the double jump out. This is something that Liquid are known for, is going for these double jump outs, thinking that you're safe, but then straight back into the fire they go for. And look, even checking to make sure nobody's in garage stairs. Oh, there's the cover from BSK as well. That was great from Liquid, the synergy. And now it's a free-on-free, James.
Absolutely, that was absolutely wild. Saving Private Nest has come through. And we'll see Liquid still holding on quite well, but Sexkick is going to lose that long fight with the SMG-12. EMPs are going to go out, however, the Nitro is going to miss. PSK does retake the site, however, Board does go down. He should get refragged in, and he does go down, and Ints will take the round with a double kill at the end. Nest going to go down for it, and Ints take round number 4. That is exactly the kind of win that we were looking for from them.
Sexy Cake tried to gun somebody long range with an SMG-12.
Yeah, I don't think this Warden is working out too well for them.
He must have won the lottery tonight if he thinks he's going to win those.
Yeah, maybe. But we'll see a Cafeteria and Garage defense is going to be coming out once again from Liquid. And from the picks that they brought here, it looks like they're going to do the same strategy, where they roam really heavily upstairs. I'm going to guess this Warden is going to get 6th picked.
Warden literally does nothing in this game. There's no smoke operators that you need to worry about. There's no flashes. Just don't pick that operator. He was supposed to be designed for the Glass Ying meta, which then got nerfed before he even came out.
I think he's actually okay here, but not for his ability, but for his secondary combined with the SAS shotgun. I think like
just bring a mute. Which they have
no. But like, so he gets the deployable shield, right? Which mute doesn't get, and arguably quite few operators actually get now. So like the combination of having an SAS shotgun destruction on that top floor, which is good, and we've already seen him put it to a heavy usage, and having the bulletproof shield, which we've already seen has been quite effective in previous matches, and it can be really good for holding those long angles. It's kind of awkward that he hasn't won any gunfights with the SMG-12 yet, but I don't think it's a bad pick, necessarily, even though that his main gadget doesn't really serve any purpose in this game.
Alright, DynTZ, last time you got caught down due to the time frame that you were trying to work in. Another upstairs hold from Liquid. And I wonder if ITZ will try and put more focus on taking the bomb site rather than the roam game. Because yes, they tried to kind of influence the entire round just off killing the roamer's top floor. They did well. They got 2 kills for it. But there's still that one more guy who was lurking and kind of put it to bed whenever he started getting on the kills. Again, it looks as if they're just going to sack off the room clear and just pressure the bomb site. Already does beat inside a piano. That's a risky one whenever hatches are open, and there, of course, is numerous roamers that they have to kind of look in towards.
Attackers
have located a bomb.
Does he know that that's not going to necessarily work? I don't think it will work. Oh, that's a great Thatcher trick, however, coming out there. PSK's electrical is going to be destroyed, and the wall is going to get opened up.
This is really strange and really risky from INTZ, because yes, we know that piano control is the massive thing for this bomb site specifically, and really just the map in general. Piano is everything. And whenever you're not clearing out roamers who you know are above you, and you're trying to then take the site kind of by not even paying attention to roamers, it's really strange because roamers have a big influence in this map specifically. You have 3 sets of staircases, the destructibility factor, the fact that they can even open up inside a CEO office and look straight down in through the garage slits to basically stop your plant through 2 floors. That's a possibility. But at the moment, though, for the roamers from Liquid, they're going to try and come back to site as INTZ. They start pressuring in. They're trying to make something happen, and the plant will start to be initiated. Paulu does get the down, though, and PSK is still alive. There's still no frags, but there's Dodds. He eliminates one guy who was trying to put pressure on that roam game. VNX, TK's drunks as well. Another throw for INTZ, potentially. Doesn't look to be so. Diffuser's down. This should be an impossible task now for Liquid. All of them are really low HP, and INTZ, they can just sit back, relax, and let the time tick away. There's one back, though, for Paulu, but still 3 more to find, and they're outside lurking, waiting.
Oh.
Another one, though, for Liquid. They've somehow pulled this back. Vitz, though, he's above. He should be able to stop this. Easy peasy as you like it. Finds one in green bins. There's the diffuser, tries to prioritize what he wants to go for, but still, it's happening. INTZ, VNX, he picks up another one. The diffuser has to be stuck, and there's the cover upstairs. An easy one for INTZ. That's how you lock out the round.
My god, that was almost a complete throw coming out there, but actually really well played by Vids. I thought that it was kind of annoying the way that he was peeking that, but him playing the time out there and making sure that Liquid have absolutely no time to defuse, because what could have happened there is he could have peeked early, killed the guy, he would have got traded, and then they would have had time to defuse. So, you know, just playing at the time, that 7-second defuse time, that really well played by Inns there, like that really early take. That air jab, does that work on the hatch? Because when someone is falling, the air jab will not take them out.
I don't know if the circle bubble will catch down to the floor if he does drop. Feels as if it might do, because that's the way Nomad's work. It's like the radius bubble of like mute jammers. Can't really see it because it only hits like the surface floors, but I don't know. Haven't really seen it all too often. But still, though, for oh wait, am I not right in saying if you place the Nomad there, if you actually look at the hatch, doesn't it send you back? Doesn't it catch you?
But like, why would you want to do that? Right? Like, surely the point of the air jab is you want to kill him once the air jab's been detonated.
Well, if you put a Nomad, like, on the hatch, and somebody goes to peek the hatch, they get sent back, so you know exactly where he is.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Because then you know exactly he's upstairs. It's not as if he's downstairs, you have to then re-change your sight lines. If that Nomad goes off, you place it in the hatch, you know he's upstairs, you just have to look at the hatch.
I don't know, I'll have to experiment with that one, how that actually does end up working out. But we'll move it to round number 6 here. This is going to be the final defense for Liquid, and all of a sudden, things aren't looking too good for them. A couple of really good takes coming out from Inns. And, I mean, you said this wasn't looking good for them.
Still have to go on the defense, though. And if Liquid are struggling on their defense, which is quite surprising, again, some of their picks are very questionable, the way they've kind of set themselves up. But I do have to commend INTZ. I thought they were very quick thinking and looking at the Liquid setup, saying, you know what, guys, let's just completely counter that. You look at the piano, very quick to be able to find out and say, you know what, if we just push in piano, have everybody there as the manpower, we should be able to overcome the site. Then you look at their garage, very quick thinking, being able to go, you know what? Let's just rush site. Let's just forget about all of them. Let's take the risky plays. Let's try and get those air jabs in. So there has been some quick thinking. But still, Liquid, we know what they're like in the attack. They are one of the most coordinated teams in the world. For that reason, the only LATAM team who's actually won a championship. It's for that very reason. We know how structured and dedicated they are. And for Liquid, this tournament is everything for them.
Yeah, the combination of the air jab and like just pushing straight onto site was definitely really good from Ints. I'm interested to see how exactly they want to take this, because the last time I thought Liquid kind of threw this away by being super aggressive, but Paolo's picked up a twitch stone for himself.
Don't really do much though. There's not a lot he can take out.
He can do a bit of damage, you know.
Do a bit of damage. More for information. It's just a twitch drone, just another drone really for him. Still low for Liquid. They're now trying to apply some pressure towards the admin specifically, which I do like that they've kind of read in and seen. INTZ have able to freely push in here every single round. Now they're trying to make sure that they will have to go up to a bit of stiff competition. No Warden, which I'm really glad we're not seeing from Sexy Cake. He's probably going to do a lot more playing that. Mute, of course, can play aggressive, has the SMG-11 in hand, shotgun as well if things get a little bit too tight for him. Just holding crossfires, a free man crossfire from Liquid.
Yeah, this is really good for Liquid. As long as they have this control as well, there can be no push from Ints up onto that long desk wall. So, yeah, still playing aggressively, does still have that nitro available. We still got 3 nitros up on the board here from Liquid. This is looking really, really good for them. Twitch on, however, will hit Nesk and will catch him up as well, as Duds puts him in the ground. And this is not looking good for Liquid whatsoever. Smokes will go down deep into long desk. So you see the shotgun of Sexy Cake holding onto the door. Just about a minute left to go on the clock, but In's looking really good right now because now they've moved Duds below with the book.
I really question the kind of positionings that they had their 4th man. Yes, they had the 3-man pincer trying to assist the man in vending machines. The obvious thing that they could have done is to play a C4 downstairs to Nitro Cell and whenever they're in printer room. That would have been, for me, the obvious play. But Liquid, they just tried to win their gunfights, and well, they've lost 4. Even Sexy Cake down to really low HP. No C4 in hand, so he can't even drop down. And there's a quick peek and a simple kill, again, for INTZ. Liquid just cannot get their top floor together one bit.
Yeah, it's not looking good for them at all. It's all down to Paolo and Moringa. However, Paolo will find one, but instantly just get traded out. It's all to Moringa to do, as a mounted decline for him in a 4v1. Be prone and connected. The plant is going to start to go down from board, but you can see how aggressive Ints want to be for this, but he's going to get caught out before he can deny the plant. Ints are going to take round number 6. As we said, kind of like this should be very attacker-sided right now with the bans, but this is not looking good for Liquid.
I don't know, I think it's still very defender-sided. You think of everything that just defense gets, no matter if Echo and Maestro's banned, still defense have a lot of things going for them, and the information gathering that you can have, the deniability of C4s from below, a lot of destruction as well that you can utilize. It's very close range, it kind of favors shotguns in that scenario. But INTZ, really good fight for that first half. 4-2 split, they take it, but now they have to try and keep themselves cool, calm and collected, and push into their defense. Straight off the rip. Split bomb site. Archives Tellers is coming up, and the Mira also being added in. This is intriguing. I don't think I've ever seen a Mira in this bomb site, and that's probably for good reason, because now the Pulse is in, which makes a lot more sense with that information you can gather with the destructibility, and just overall, it gives your defense just a little bit more early information.
I actually have seen a mirror on this bomb site before, during the last OGA Pit online season we had.
Did they place it inside of break room looking into admin?
No. They did it on the garage actually to try and hold that side.
Well, they tried to hold big garage using mirror windows.
Well, they had one there and they had one upstairs in admin, as you were saying. But also, like, I don't know, like, I actually really liked how Julio actually managed to clutch that out of 3v1 on the mirror, so really well played from him on that side. But yeah, I think mirror usage can be good here to try and hold it as admin, as you said. But also, like, you got to think about the 2 main pushes that come through here. But we'll see how Ints wants to respond to this. This is the first time we've seen this map, but we have seen this bomb site quite a few times before during the tournament.
Yeah, it's not been a surprising one. You know, we've seen this kind of have an uprise, and it just adds into the layers of conflict that it kind of has. It was a bomb site that I think was added, what, nearly a year ago now, where it got that 4th bomb site. I think was designed to try and shake up console a little bit. It was kind of getting in that frame where you could only defend the 3 bomb sites, you couldn't really change it up, and well, now every single map has 4 bomb sites, and that was like one of the only ones that didn't.
Well, we'll definitely see that new bomb site is going to be coming to fruition here. Let's see how Ints take it, but yeah, I kind of like the mentality from Ints to try and go to that weird offsite first and not give Liquid the opportunity to take a round off of them. If Ints can find, 2 rounds here, then they can be pretty happy with that, honestly. We'll have a look how this is going to continue to go down. What do you think?
Liquid have changed 3 operators compared to the INTZ attack. There's Thermite, which is not brought by them, and then there's IQ as well for the Valkyrie, I'd imagine. And then also, we're seeing Gridlock, so that can be used for flank denial, but more importantly, I think it's going to be for smokes. That would be like the main thing I feel that Liquid would try and go for, because Nomad just does it better. If you want to go for flank watch, it gives you that automatic feature whenever somebody knows, okay, there's an air jab, I do not jump out or else I'm a dead man. Liquid now playing the window game, so they will try and take in towards admin. On the window, she was trying to fish for anything, and Nesk nearly caught one. Somehow, I don't know how Studs has gone away with that one.
Oh, Nitro going to come out. However, it is not going to find anyone just yet. So a lot of utility already burnt. As Ints are trying to find some sort of opening frag here. Nesk, however, going to repel in and takes Dutch straight off the board from the bullet holes. Wow, that was a really good place from Nesk.
Just good timing, though. He managed to see the shot fire on through the wood, and that's a simple pre-fire for him. So Liquid, they have what they wanted. That's the upstairs admin control. But you have to also remember that they're upstairs above open area, which isn't the bomb site. It's the tellers that they need to try and plant into. And there's a multitude of C4s that they still have to try and bait out from Boar and VNX alike. Information, which is great. This is why this is one of his best maps. It's so small that the map's very secluded, and it's simple enough to try and give the information. Pre-play C4, though, from VNX, trying to catch somebody walk in towards Visa. Wonder if Liquid's going to take the bait, because they still do have Paulu on the IQ, and if he starts scanning and sees that C4, is it going to go off? Yes, it will. It catches PSK. I thought they were about to mistime that, but no, just barely got there. Boar still has one more C4, but the diffuser trying to come in from Sexy Cake, and Boar, he's nowhere to be found. There's Nesk, also eliminates the man trying to rotate upstairs, and Paulu fighting back against the defender, which is Vitz, who does actually pick up Nesk. He just walks into it, but it doesn't matter. Diffuser's in. There's Boar with C4. Now it's a 2v3.
This is going to be a very, very hard retake for Inns, but, Liquid, as you said, do find themselves in a 2v3 right now, and there's still a lot of info coming up from Boar as well from below. He should be able to ping it all out while the attackers are going for the retake, but Paolo takes down one. There goes VNX, it's all down to Boar and Vitz to try and bring this in. And Liquid, they've got time on their side as that diffuser slowly starts to do its work. Moringa will be playing on Spiral. Not going to know this coming from Bomb Spiral, but Boar's going to pull out his pulse scanner. What was that? Oh no, the drop shot does come through, but Boar goes down. A huge mistake coming off from him as it's all down. But now, it's not going to work as Liquid take round number 7. Vitz goes down, and wow, you got to be heartbroken for Boar there.
INTZ, they went for the split bomb, so I admire it. Pretty standard kind of setup. There's nothing new there that we've seen. Typically, teams who try and hold the admin side, waste a bit of time, utility, get some picks if they can. They have a lot of rotation options as well, which is like the big thing that you have for the split bomb site, because you are trying to multitude layers. There's 3 different floors there, which we very rarely see a team try and hold all 3. But for this bomb site, it's the exception. I potentially would have liked to see another C4, though, from the lineup. If you have 3 C4s all downstairs, that's really difficult for Liquid to break through. But still, in the end, I really thought they were going to have that there. With the information that Boar was kind of gathering for the post-plant, should have been a deal done, but no. Just Liquid, they win their gunfights, and now they walk away with their first attacking win, and I wonder if that's going to be the first of many, James.
Things are looking good for Liquid so far, definitely on the up and up. Let's see how they do it, and they brought a very similar lineup to what they were bringing before, however they swapped out the Gridlock instead. Now for a KB coming through. What do you think of the switch up? I'm thinking mainly maybe for nades?
Well, Liquid are a big fan of that operator in general. They kind of like having Doka be in the back pocket. I think it's just a personal choice. Sure, it gets nades, but I don't think that's like the sole reason. It helps them with the roam clear out. They know that it's probably not going to be another split bomb site. Perhaps they were kind of slacking on the room clear out. Maybe they wanted to have the Doka be last round. They'd have realized, you know what, guys? The way INTZ are playing it, we can maybe try and do some work. So this is an outside mirror window. We never really see this. Generally, both of the mirror windows are placed inside of office.
We have seen Inns do this, not this specifically, but they did it on Clubhouse as well, where they were putting their mirror windows on the double windows, onto the outside wall, sorry. And I kind of like it in a way. I can kind of see the mentality behind doing this. Like, it gives you the intel for your bandit trick, but it also allows you to play very aggressive on the wall, like open it and nitro.
Yeah, it also makes the fur match. So Sexy Cake, he's going to be really timid and actually wanting to try and open up the wall, knowing that they can see him. There could be two people behind that. One already has a C4 ripped and ready. Shots open, well timed, dead Thermite. That's another thing that INTZ could try and play with.
This is actually something that Liquid did during the last Invitational as well. Was it during the last Invitational? It was a while ago.
It should be very easy though for Liquid to kind of figure out and say, okay guys, there's a mirror window on the wall, let's go upstairs.
Yeah, but I don't know if you remember, but on the white van, if you like sit kind of near where Boar is, you can actually line up a C4 from there that will go through that mirror window, and you can detonate it from a very kind of safe position. And I remember very specifically that Liquid set up that strat a very long time ago. So hopefully they'll be aware of how to do this mirror window, and of course they can go above and deal with it that way, but we do have a mirror window up in bathroom to deal with that kind of push.
So Liquid taking their time for the room clear out, so definitely favoring to try and utilize Nask and his Scalp key that he has. Of course, that's one of the big things that the attackers get. Yeah, smokes for there, you know, you have the choice. Nades have kind of been more a common thing for Dopey because it's nades, not a lot of them get that specific gadget. Is very strong, it's an easy kill for many teams, but if they want to have that cover, the replacement for the gridlock, it makes sense. And here comes Nask, the big bad Scalp key, open up all the vertical holes, and now Liquid just trying to get these picks one by one. PSK also holding down the flank. As we can see, somebody is aware of that. Just a little bit of pot shot action, but still, though, INTZ, no real options for the rotations. Bandit also uses C4, and so is Boar. It's only VNX is the one who can try and deny the plant. Very aggressive, though. Even though holes are being opened up above, INTZ are still trying to fish for a kill.
This is very risky from Sexy Cake, but he is managed to get both of the garage walls open now. And he's about to make his stuff work, but Ball through the vertical plate is actually going to find Nesk. That is a huge pick coming out from Ints. That's going to deny that vertical pressure coming out, but Drones still having heavy presence in the site as well. Ball still trying to deal with that vertical aggression coming out from Paolo, but it's going to be PSK on the backside. It just take down one, tries to find another as well, goes to the rotate. The plant is going to start to go down from Liquid soon, as he managed to turn into a 1v4. Great execute coming out from them, and Duds goes down, and Liquid clinched the round out. Things looking beautiful for Liquid.
One thing that really impressed me there about Liquid that I very rarely see from teams these days, and that's actually drone out the site before they go for their execute. The amount of times where teams would drone out the kind of opening phase to clear out roamers, get their back in positions, they waited. Right about that 20-second mark, they went for the drones and they figured out the specific, precise, exact positions of the defenders. And it actually helped them so much. They were able to walk in, they knew where to look, the pre-fires were able to come in. A great collapse in Liquid. Teams out there, take notes, because that's how it's done.
I think it's more says, I mean, yeah, I definitely agree with you. You don't tend to see teams do that, but I think it's less about the fact that they don't want to do that, and it's more about the fact that they don't have the capability of doing that because the drone economy isn't great. Like, Liquid have definitely shown up in the series, but also across the tournament, of just being a great droning team overall. Like, they're not getting surprised, they're not getting caught off guard. They're also a team that utilizes line quite heavily, and you also find that teams who do that are quite good at droning as well, because you have to be if you're going to use the line like that.
Yeah, but instead of line, they utilize the Dokkaebi.
Oh, well, I'm talking more like going back to that coastline game as well, and they're a classic team that do use the line a lot here as well. But yeah, things going really well for Liquid now, but don't forget, we did see Ints go 2-0 up during their attacks as well. This could be a defining round. Ints choosing to go to the same site, however. They brought a Vigil this time, though.
Split bomb site. Again, more C4s, though, which I like to see. They have brought 3 now, rather than previously. I don't know what Vigil's going to really do here. If he's going to do a lot. Perhaps fearing the drone game from Liquid that they know they can produce. And
yeah,
just lurking around. Just being a spooky boy.
I do like the addition of the extra C4 though, because, you know, as we saw before, both the C4s got kills. So we had a 100% kill rate coming out from C4s last round, the last time that Ints went down here. So it should go well for them indeed. We're all tied up, however, at 4 apiece here. We'll see exactly what Liquid want to do for their attack, but things looking pretty similar for them. They've not brought the gridlock again. They are going to be bringing the Dokkaebi once more. So I think Liquid are more about just bringing a lineup that just works for everything.
They want to know the information. They want to know exactly where the players of INTZ is on a map like Consulate, which we know every single bomb site is going to be defendable. You can't really predict where teams are going to go for the most part. Having that, though, could be just as a universal factor helps a lot. And, well, just everything there from Liquid makes sense. You need the hard breach, you need the IQ, because Valkyrie is, of course, through the banning phase. Thatcher helps with ADSs and just different gadgets and stuff you need to get rid of. And then the buck for vertical control, which is, again, another massive thing on Consulate. Droning phase now for Liquid, trying to make sure the admin is free of any pests. And, well, there's the Mozzie. Same player up here last time, and Nest did have a bit of an issues with him previously, but eventually did nab his man. And let's see if Liquid can try and do a lot more cleaner. Specifically pressuring in from east, but I do like that they have the man on south. But very risky, though, position for PSK, because a quick jump out and he's the dead man. There's no gridlock this time, which is where they place their track stairs to try and help out PSK, make sure nobody can jump out to the balcony.
There's a lot of guns up here, however, for Liquid, and it does seem like Inter playing this pretty passively so far. And there we go, Nesk is going to find the first frag of the round. There goes Dirtin, that's one of the C4s off the board. So that's not going to help them too much here, as Liquid do get control of this top floor admin side. So far, things looking really, really good for Liquid here. They have not wasted too much time, but just about a minute left on the clock. They really do have to start to think about, okay, how do we actually want to direct execute to get plant down here?
More information being added in by Born. It's the power of Pulse. He can see through 2 floors and right up in towards the admin and can relay this information over to the remaining roamers. Vitz up through yellow. He's looking for a flank. Last time he tried to go for it, got shut down pretty quickly by Liquid. I think he picked up 1 kill for his troubles, but that was it. Now he needs to try and improve on it. There's the flank drone, so they know somebody's lurking. And INTZ, this is not looking favorable for them. Still have the C4s, though, but they need to make them count.
Whatsoever. As you said, we still have C4s, but we also still have the info coming out from Pulse, and Drunks is going to utilize that as he gets a double kill in the site, but does instantly get traded. We still got C4s on the board, as you said, as Paolo takes out Drunks. We do still have 2 more C4s, still below, still to do some stuff downstairs. However, Paolo's going to find him out where he is. A blind C4 is going to go out, but it's not going to hit its mark just yet. Diffuser should start to go down, but no, he's actually going to drop it as Wisp makes his way into the site. He takes down 1, he takes down 2. He should be able to find the 3rd, but Nesk is nowhere to be seen as he goes down, and Vitz absolutely clinches the round. What a play coming up from him.
An extra action shot there as well for the last kill for him, and INTZ. They finally get their first defense. Split bomb site, working for them this time around. Liquid, on that occasion, they really lacked the information onto the Vigil, because again, they didn't know where he was. That's the power that the E7, EC7, was that what it's called? I think the
Something
gadget
like
pack.
Yeah.
Vigil scanner. We'll use it in more basic terms, but it's a specific name for it. I think it's EC7 Jam or something like that. But yeah, being able to utilize the ability and the fact that the Vigil scanner, whenever you're droning, of course it flares up with the white stuff, so you know he's beside you. But he could be on any level of floor. You don't know, because it scans above and below and the floor you're actually on, so they don't know if he was below, above, or mid.
There's another element to that as well, though, that it does go kind of both ways, is that the Vigil will know if there's a drone near him as well. So it can be quite good, because Liquid have been pretty good with their drones so far, and like, we've seen flank watch drones all across the board for them. But so, like, if the Vigil goes for a flank in that situation, he's going to know if there's a drone watching him or not. So we'll have a look at how things are going to be going down as we move into round number 10. Liquid's still looking really good, though, however. If this goes to OT, I feel like Int should be able to take it, but I don't know what side they've chosen OT, because we seem to see more attack rounds going into the favor of teams.
Yeah, INTZ still with those 4 impressive attack rounds, and Liquid, they pretty much have to do one better than what they did if they don't want to clean this map up and just take it, no overtime involved. Again, another same lineup for Liquid, not changing anything, makes sense. They're very comfortable in their pickups. INTZ again, going for some heavy C4s. Pulso gone, and instead we're going to see that Mute being brought into the fray of things. And well, that's going to help with droning, which we know is kind of what Liquid want to go for in their executes. And even the camera, the bulletproof camera, that's still going to help them in the long run. Generally, we would see a Maestro camera being placed at the end of West Corridor, but in this scenario, that's just a great replacement for it. Liquid not going for the admin side. It looks as if they're going to try and pressure in towards B. This is a little bit more difficult whenever Capitao is off the board, because he's like the main guy who can flame out the yellow stairs and also a little indent towards the main B site. So that would be like the only thing that they're kind of worrying about, but still doable. You have some nades there. You have good pressure you can apply with Dokkaebi calls. I feel that this should also work for Liquid. It's just a matter of fact of how well INTZ can kind of set up appropriately and how well they can use their utility. They still have C4s, they have Toxic Babes. No shotgun though from Boar. MP5K may make things a little bit more difficult on the stairs.
I don't mind this because I don't think they need the shotgun here. Well, I
It's
mean,
personal
yeah, you
preference. Just, I'm a shotgun guy.
You could say the shotgun's really good here. I think online it's kind of not as good. Maybe online it would be really good here, but the MP5 also allows him to play this window very aggressively and allows him to play any position as well, I think more importantly.
Oh, look at that. That's a new one.
That's a really good drone from Liquid.
It's nice.
Again, just showing how great droning is from Liquid. They can find their drones inside the floor.
Oh, still just in the world right now.
Yeah. So
they're getting the drones prepped for coastline. That's where it's going to.
We'll see just about halfway into the round now. We'll see if what Ints want to do here to try and hold on to all of this. That is an EMP and a half. Where is that?
Oh my word!
Oh my god! That's so smart.
The ADSs. That's pretty bonkers. Oh, nice one. Nice job, PSK. Come on, bro. We're making you try and look really good here, and you fail. Unbelievable.
If that had worked, that would have been like 2 billion IQ coming up from him. But Paolo could be moving his way up onto yellow stairs. With the ADS still active and someone playing aggressively still in the bathroom area, it's going to be very, very hard for him to try and push in here and up these stairs. So you see smoke's going out as well onto the yellow stairs. Paolo unable to get this control that he wants, but he's going to know there's someone flanking from below on benches, and he just gets completely caught out on a triple crossfire coming out as Duds runs out from benches and gets a kill onto Moringa as well. This is looking horrific for Liquid right now, as flashbangs are going to go down to try and burn the rest of those ADSs down. But oh, another jump out comes through, and Ball finds one of his own, and it's all down to Nesk and Sexacake to try and bring it in. No Nomad to stop those runouts, and things are looking pretty squiffy for Liquid right now.
So Liquid don't know how to attack yellow stairs. They don't know that you actually need to support the man who is solo pushing that. And yeah, Liquid, and even though they were trying to attack yellow stairs, they didn't even make any headway, and there was still a minute to go. Like, Liquid just completely choked up on this specific attack, and it's really a shame to see, because typically those yellow stairs, they're pretty simple to execute. We've seen many teams kind of favor it. It's tough for defenders to try and sit in that position whenever there's nades and a man-repelling bathroom window against you. But yeah, just Liquid playing really poor right now.
I think they had a really good idea about how they wanted to do that. I particularly liked the Thatcher, although I feel like there's an easier way to do that, just straight up from the roof. I guess like if he detonates the EMP on the roof and there's an ADS halfway down the stairs, it won't catch it because the radius isn't big enough. So doing it from where he did it actually does make sense if it had worked. But unfortunately, it must have been like a few millimeters off, because it felt like that really should have worked where it got detonated. But well, things, as you said, not looking good for Liquid right now. They need 2 more attack rounds if they want to bring this in. The last time they attacked here actually was a pretty decisive win for Liquid.
It was a great execute. And INTZ, they kind of got caught out, I think, on the quick reactiveness that Liquid can provide with the Dokkaebi that was kind of being brought in to give them that kind of surge of energy. But they're going back to the gridlock, the operator they had the first round.
Let me like think back. Let's go back, Demo, to that round. And it was Duds who got picked up immediately. And I think once that happened, Ints completely fell off of this top floor pretty early on. Like, they had no one controlling this mirror window. And it's like the whole point of doing this whole hold is you've got to hold on to piano for at least like kind of 2 minutes, really.
Generally, we would see Mira being brought here to also assist with the bathroom holes, because we've seen like Mira windows being placed in there. Think back to the Leon Gidd strategy, where you just solo let a man in there, has a Mira window, just frag out his skull pretty much. That's generally what we start to see from Miras these days, but no, INTZ definitely kind of going off the rails with the positioning that they're having, and even that soft mirror window on the cafeteria wall, don't ever see that. So none of them inside of office, which is kind of like the Fort Knox of the bomb site. Nobody can really get in there, and nobody can really stop you from playing those mirror windows. Liquid again, they're looking for the hunt. Most of them spawning towards east. Just Moringa holding onto the yellow stairs flank, making sure nobody can rotate up and kind of help the remaining defenders who are still roaming. And also, doesn't let anybody back down either.
I like this drone. The drones at Prem Liquid have been really good so far. Just throwing all the way up onto the yellow skylight, and he's going to be able to put that flank watch drone upstairs and help. his teammates out and making sure that Nesk and Paolo can take over that top floor effectively. So far, things are slow and steady from Liquid's area. If they can get this first pick again onto Duds, I'm pretty sure they can take this round quite easily, and it is going to be the first kill onto Duds. But Nesk is going to go down for it.
Still though, Liquid, that's the first blood, and Nesk is still alive. They still have the skeleton key available to, of course, rip up all of the flooring. Another roamer though, you have to still deal with, and gonna be Drunks. Has the commando in hand. See if he can try and push in. Perhaps rotation up yellow could be an option for him. Still just holding firm as it goes, not want to give his position away yet. And Liquid, they're just taking their time, making sure those drones are still being tossed in and trying to find out the players. And well, there's Drunks with the commando, does pick off Nesk, who wasn't very low HP, but still, that was their soft destruction. Sure, they still have some in the form of Marengo with his sidearm, but it's nothing really compared to a skeleton key for the most part.
This is nice from Drunks as well. He's managed to find his way onto the top of the bathroom toilet as well, yeah. This is really, really nice coming out from Int so far. They still have a lot of control so far, and there's not really too much going on from Liquid's end to get that control away from them. And only 40 seconds left to go on the clock. PSK going to try and make his way down yellow and see what he can do from this end, but they've got to really start moving. They need to clear this bathroom out. This is kind of what I was saying before, that this bathroom control is so good coming out from Int. It's going to be pretty essential coming through. Paolo, however, is going to find a kill while there's someone in the bathroom and no refrag coming out from Drunks just yet. I think this is good. Drunks should play this passively. He doesn't need the refrag there as long as he still has this control. Not going to know he's there. He's going to take Paolo off the board. Beautiful frag from him. As he's going to move all the way through into Piano as well. This just starts to come down from Liquid. However, Bort is going to catch one. Instantly gets traded out. However, Bisexter King moves all the way in, gets traded out himself, and it's all down to Drunks, and he does it! He runs outside of yellow to hold it down, and Int will take the round, and they'll take the map. They're up 1-0 in the series right now, and this is exactly what they needed. Now we have a series on our hands here.
Played it well. Drunks just waiting for it, and, well, he flushed them out, didn't he, James? He flushed them out.
No, he definitely cleaned up house there. So, well, we'll see. Our next map of Coastline is going to be Liquid's map pick coming up in just a few seconds.
predict the outcome, win the game. Get live coverage and schedules for your favorite tournaments. Analyze, predict, and vote to gain points. Compete with other esports fans and climb the leaderboards. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.